Hi, meteorologist Peter Hall. Here's the CNY Central First Alert weather forecast. Winter weather advisory in effect for all of the area. And that's because we have some snow. It will differ on how much we get for surfaces at same elevations and at different elevations. So, like we had mentioned before, there will be some differences. And that's because of the temperature being borderline. Higher elevations, higher amounts. Lawns versus roads, different amounts. That 37 high actually happens this evening, by the way, as we change over to rain. Whatever happens in Syracuse, at least, will probably melt off tonight. We do have weather to watch, so let's discuss. It is a sloppy situation because it's snowing, all right? And it will likely continue to snow periodically through the course of the afternoon. Don't get bent out of shape too much because the majority of the viewing area will have manageable snowfall during the daytime hours today. So what are we expecting here? Not only do we have differences between valleys and lower elevations and hills, but we also have differences between roads and farms, cars, and lawns. And I tried to break it down as quickly as I could here. Light blue areas, it's 1 to 3, but more often than not, it's like a sloppy inch for, you know, downtown urban areas, which means that wouldn't be surprised if it actually melts off before the day is through. And up to 3 inches possible for hillier areas, and especially on lawns, farms, and cars of hillier areas. That's fairly easy, manageable snow. But having said that, occasionally the roads, if they haven't been treated, could get kind of slushy, especially on elevations, i.e. 81 in Syracuse might be fine, and then you go up an elevation, you know where, Sentinel Heights, Nedrow, Tully, and I bet you go into tougher conditions up in there, even on roads. Something to keep in mind today. Then tonight, I expect most of Syracuse, the 81 corridor, and points west and south of Syracuse to change to rain. You can see that in there, but you also may notice pinks and blues hanging on Mohawk Valley and also Lewis County and Herkimer County, maybe northern Oneida County too. This is actually extra important as we progress through tomorrow morning because you see this kind of darker green and blue. There's one more little steadier area of precipitation. It's not going to be steady all night. It'll be intermittent. By tomorrow morning, there'll be something a little more steady clipping through, and notice how the dark blue hangs on north and east while it's green in central New York. So that means what? Well, let's get to this map. Now remember, we had talked about 1 to 3 inches in this area right in here. This whole area right in here will likely change to rain and melt whatever happened during the day today. So this whole area will melt right here tonight and tomorrow. So essentially wiped out to 0 here. But those of you further east, first of all, you're going to hold on to the mixture and snow longer, but even over here, it probably will turn to rain also. But this area right here, especially north of Rome, this area right in here will probably go from snow to freezing rain and sleet, which will put a crunch on top of the snowfall, and then it'll snow on top of that tomorrow. So it's going to be kind of a crunchy 3 to 6 inches of snow and sleet and freezing rain. And then the Adirondacks have, I know there's a lot of stuff on here, but that's that kind of sloppy situation and mixture that's going on. Silvery skies, though, continue all day long tomorrow. Leftover light rain, drizzle, and some wet flurries Thursday night. Friday morning, maybe an odd flurry or drizzle early in the morning. Cloud cover stubborn in the morning, improving in the afternoon as temperatures make the mid and upper 40s, sunshine dependent. Here's the probability of precipitation and the 7-day forecast. Careful this afternoon.